Everywhere you go, people are pulling at you, demanding your time, your energy, your presence. But here's the truth. Being available to everyone often makes you valuable to no one. The world does not reward what is common. It rewards what is rare. So the real question is, are you spending your life trying to be everywhere? Or are you becoming someone worth searching for? Today, I want to show you why value, not availability, determines your true worth. Stop chasing attention. Start building value. My friend, let me tell you something powerful. Attention is cheap. Attention is temporary. Attention can be bought, faked, or manipulated, but value is eternal. When you chase attention, you are trying to be seen, but when you build value, you become unforgettable. The world does not remember those who shouted the loudest. The world remembers those who contributed the most. So I ask you today, are you investing your life in noise? Or are you investing your life in substance? Think about it. Everyone wants followers. Everyone wants likes. Everyone wants to be noticed. But what happens when the applause stops? What happens when the crowd moves on to the next big thing? If all you have is attention, then you will fade with the trend. But if you have value, people will look for you. They will seek you out because your presence solves problems, your presence brings answers, your presence carries weight. Attention puts you in the spotlight, but value keeps you in the room. Attention will open the door, but value is what allows you to stay inside. That is why some people are invited once and never invited back, while others are called again and again, because their presence is not just a show, it's a solution. Now hear this, chasing attention is exhausting. You will always have to do more, show more, exaggerate more, just to keep people looking your way. But building value, it works while you rest. People will whisper your name in rooms you have never entered. People will recommend you, defend you, and honor you, not because you begged for their eyes, but because you carried something they needed. Do you see the difference? Attention makes you popular, but value makes you essential. Attention makes people clap, but value makes them depend on you. Attention is what they give you when they see you, but value is what makes them miss you when you're not there. So stop chasing the shallow applause and start developing the deep substance. Don't run after people, run after growth. Run after wisdom. Run after excellence, because when you build value, you will never have to run after attention. Attention will run after you. And here is the truth. The greatest trap in life is to be known without being needed. What good is fame if it does not come with function? What good is recognition if it does not come with respect? People may like you for what they see, but they will only honor you for what you give. So let me ask you this final question. Are you ready to stop living for attention and start living for value? Because the moment you make that shift, everything about your life changes. And this brings us to something deeper, something dangerous, the hidden cost of being too available. The danger of being too available is that people begin to devalue your presence. When you are always there, always reachable, always saying yes, people start to take you for granted. Familiarity, it breeds contempt, and what was once treasured becomes common. What was once respected becomes ignored. Think about it. When something is everywhere, when it is easy to get, people don't treat it with honor. They treat it as replaceable. Have you noticed how people handle gold? They lock it up, they secure it, they guard it carefully because it is rare. But how do people treat dirt? It is everywhere, stepped on, overlooked, ignored. Now here is the question, are you living like gold or are you living like dirt? Because if you make yourself too available, people will step over you and never realize your true worth. Listen carefully. Availability without boundaries will drain you. It will exhaust you. It will weaken you. People will call you when they want. They will use you when they want. And when they are done, they will leave you empty. The truth is, When you do not protect your time loses value. When you do not protect your presence loses power. And here is the trap. Many of us think saying yes to everything is kindness. We think being always available means we are loyal. But in reality, it only means we are losing ourselves. Because while you are giving yourself away to everyone, who is protecting the gift inside of you? Who is guarding the treasure you carry? The more you give yourself cheaply, the less people are willing to pay the price for you. Now hear this, the danger of being too available is not just that others will misuse you, but that you will lose yourself in the process. You will forget your priorities. You will forget your vision. You will forget the very reason you were placed on this earth. You will find yourself busy, but not productive. Surrounded, but still empty. Known, but not respected. That is why you must learn the discipline of separation. You must know when to withdraw, when to say no, when to guard your presence. Because your value multiplies in your absence, not your constant presence. Think about it, absence creates demand, scarcity increases desire, but constant exposure diminishes respect. So don't fall into the trap of being everywhere, for everyone all the time. Choose wisely, protect your time, protect your gift, protect your energy. Because if you don't, the world will use you until there is nothing left to give. And here is the mystery. When you become less available, you actually become more valuable. People will start to wait for you, listen for you, long for you. They will begin to realize you are not common. But to truly protect your value, you must understand this principle. The power of scarcity. Why does scarcity increase demand? Because whatever is rare, whatever is not easily accessible, automatically becomes desirable. Think about it, diamonds are just stones, yet people will pay millions for them. Not because they are the strongest stones, but because they are rare. Gold is just a metal, but people will fight wars over it. Nations will guard it. Kingdoms will treasure it. Why? Because scarcity multiplies value. And the same is true with your life. If you are always seen, always heard, always around, you become common. And what is common is often ignored. But if you know when to step back, if you know when to withhold yourself, your absence will create curiosity. Your silence will create anticipation. Your distance will create desire. People don't chase what they can have anytime. They chase what they may not get again. Now let me ask you, do you realize that your life is not meant to be spent everywhere for everyone? You are too valuable to be common property. You are too rare to be treated like something anyone can reach at any moment. If people can call you anytime, use you anytime, demand you anytime, then you have made yourself too cheap. But when you position yourself with wisdom, when you learn to separate yourself, you increase your demand without even trying. Look at the most influential voices, the most impactful leaders, the most respected individuals. They are not always available. They are not in every conversation. They are not attending every event. They are not responding to every call. Their absence builds respect. Their scarcity builds anticipation. Their withdrawal multiplies their influence. People wait for them. People long for them, because when they finally appear, they bring something heavy, something weighty, something that shifts the atmosphere. Hear this carefully. Scarcity forces people to treat you differently. If you are always present, they will overlook your presence. But if you are rare, they will protect every moment with you. They will not waste your time because they know your time is precious. They will not play with your gift because they know your gift is not easily found elsewhere. Scarcity is not about arrogance. It is about wisdom. It is about understanding that your life is a treasure chest, and treasures are never scattered in the streets. So the real question is, are you willing to discipline yourself enough to be scarce? Are you willing to hold back, to pull away, to not give yourself to everyone? Because the less common you are, the more uncommon your value becomes. Scarcity is not about making yourself unreachable, it is about making yourself undeniable. And this leads us to a deeper truth, because once you grasp the power of scarcity, you must learn the next step, the secret of protecting your presence with purpose. Protecting your presence with purpose is one of the greatest disciplines you can ever master, because your presence is not just your body, your presence is your energy, your gift, your influence, your spirit. And if you don't guard it carefully, people will misuse it, abuse it, and drain it until there is nothing left for the assignment you were born to fulfill. Listen closely. Every time you walk into a room, you carry more than a face. You carry an atmosphere. Your presence shifts things. It changes how people feel. It changes what people see. That is why your presence cannot be wasted in places where it has no purpose. If your presence is powerful, then your presence must be intentional. Do you realize how many people are losing their destiny simply because they are present in the wrong places? Sitting in circles that don't feed them, giving time to conversations that don't grow them, investing energy in people who don't value them. Presence is expensive, and when you waste it, you bankrupt your own future. Think of it this way. If you put a priceless painting in the wrong place, do people honor it? No, they stain it, they step over it, they destroy it because they don't recognize its worth. The painting didn't lose its value, but it was placed in the wrong environment. And so it is with your life. You don't lose your value, but when you put yourself everywhere, with everyone, your presence is not protected and your worth is not recognized. That's why you must ask yourself before entering any room, before saying yes to any request, does this align with my purpose? Does this protect my assignment? Does this environment deserve my presence? If the answer is no, then your presence must be withheld, because your presence is not for entertainment, your presence is for impact. Hear this, when you protect your presence, you actually multiply your effectiveness. People will respect you more, they will value you more, and they will anticipate your presence with greater honor. Because they know you don't just show up everywhere, you show up where it matters. And wherever you show up, things cannot remain the same. Protecting your presence is not about pride, it is about wisdom. It is about realizing that your life was designed for purpose, and that purpose demands focus. You cannot be scattered and still expect to be significant. You cannot be everywhere and still be impactful. Purpose requires protection. So ask yourself today, who has access to your presence? What environments are you pouring yourself into? And most importantly, are you protecting your gift, or are you giving it away cheaply? Because the more intentional you are with your presence, the more powerful your impact will be. And this leads us to the next truth, because once you protect your presence, you must understand the principle that governs influence. People don't pay for access, they pay for value. People don't pay for access, they pay for value. Let that sink in. Just because someone can reach you does not mean they will respect you. Just because you are available does not mean they will honor you. The truth is, people only invest in what benefits them. They only pay for what improves them. They only sacrifice for what adds to their lives. Access without value is nothing. Access without substance is empty. Think about it. People don't stand in line for hours just to enter a store. They stand in line because of what the store carries. They don't pay high prices just to walk into a building. They pay because what's inside has worth. Access is meaningless unless what you carry has value. And the same applies to your life. People may like you, they may laugh with you, they may enjoy your presence, but they will only respect you, protect you, and pay a price for you when you give them something that changes their lives. This is why you must stop confusing popularity with value. Many people can have a large crowd, but not everyone carries something worth following. Crowds may gather for entertainment, but they commit themselves to transformation. And transformation only comes when you carry value. Listen carefully. People don't pay for your time. They pay for your gift. They don't invest in your presence. They invest in your substance. If you are in a room and all you bring is your face, then you will be ignored. But if you bring wisdom, excellence, solutions, if you bring an answer to a problem, then suddenly your presence has a price. That is why you must constantly ask yourself, what am I carrying that makes my presence valuable? What do I bring into a room that makes people remember me when I leave? Because people don't chase access to emptiness. They chase access to value. Look around. The people who are most respected, the people who are most honored, are not those who are simply available. They are those who have developed their gift, refined their skills, deepened their wisdom. They are people who built so much value within themselves that others cannot ignore them. And when they show up, people lean in, people listen, people are willing to sacrifice, because their presence is not ordinary, their presence is costly. So never forget this. Access without value leads to neglect, but access with value leads to respect. People may want to be around you for free, but they will only fight to keep you when your presence carries weight. And here is the secret. Once you understand that people pay for value, not access, you must also learn this next principle. The art of withholding, because sometimes you must learn to say no in order to withstand. Learn to withhold so you can withstand. One of the greatest mistakes people make is giving everything too quickly, too easily, and too freely. When you release yourself without wisdom, when you pour out everything at once, you leave yourself empty and you weaken your strength. Sometimes the secret to lasting impact is not in what you give, but in what you withhold. Think about it. Every powerful leader, every strong influencer, every person of true impact knows how to say one word that changes everything. Ningo. No is not rejection. No is protection. No is not weakness. No is wisdom. Because if you give yourself to everyone, every time, everywhere, you will soon have nothing left for the moments that truly matter. Have you noticed the ocean never gives all its waves at once? It releases them in rhythm, in order, in seasons. The trees never drop all their fruit at once. They withhold, they release in time, in cycles. Nature itself teaches us that withholding is not greed, it is preservation. It is the secret to withstanding pressure, storms, and demands. Now here is the truth. People will always demand more from you than you can give. They will want your time, your wisdom, your resources, your energy, and if you are not careful, they will drain you dry. That is why withholding is not optional, it is essential. Because when you withhold, you protect your energy, you guard your focus, you preserve your strength, and you remain ready for the assignments that truly require you. Do you realize that even your gift was not meant to be poured out everywhere? If pearls should not be thrown before swine, then why should your wisdom, your time, your gift be wasted on people who don't value it? Withholding is not being selfish. Withholding is knowing the difference between those who deserve access and those who only want to use you. Hear me clearly, every yes you give is a no to something else. And if you keep saying yes without wisdom, you will end up saying no to your own destiny. Withholding is about choosing wisely where your energy flows so that you can withstand the storms of life and remain strong for the journey ahead. So learn to step back, learn to pause, learn to say no. Withhold when it drains you, withhold when it distracts you, withhold when it devalues you. Because when you learn to withhold, you build the strength to last. And this brings us to the next principle, a truth many ignore. Because not everyone deserves your gift. Your gift is not for everyone. When to say no without apology is one of the greatest skills you will ever learn in life. Because most people are trapped by the fear of disappointing others. They keep saying yes, even when it destroys them. They keep agreeing, even when it steals their time, their energy, and their peace. But hear me today, every time you say yes to something that does not align with your purpose, you are saying no to the very thing you were created to do. You must understand, no is not a weapon, no is a shield. It protects you from overcommitment. It protects you from distraction. It protects you from being used by people who only want to drain what you carry. Saying no is not cruelty, it is clarity. It is the power to draw boundaries, the wisdom to guard your focus, and the discipline to protect your destiny. Think about it. Why do you feel guilty when you say no? Why do you feel the need to explain yourself, justify yourself, or apologize? The truth is, those who truly value you will respect your no, and those who don't respect it were only using you in the first place. People who love you will honor your boundaries. People who don't will only push for what benefits them. Now listen carefully. Every yes takes something from you. Your time, your focus, your strength. And if you keep saying yes without wisdom, you will soon find yourself drained, resentful, and empty. The word no is not rejection, it is protection. It is the way you preserve your gift, your calling, and your future. You are not here to please everyone. You are here to fulfill your assignment. And let me remind you, some of the greatest regrets in life come from the inability to say no. Regrets of wasted years, wasted energy, wasted opportunities, all because people could not say no when they should have. But the most successful, the most impactful, the most effective people in history were those who mastered the art of no. They understood that every no was an investment into their bigger yes. So the question is, are you strong enough to say no without apology? Can you refuse without guilt? Can you decline without shame? Because the moment you master that, you will no longer be controlled by people's demands. You will be controlled by your purpose. And when your purpose guides you, you become unstoppable. And here is where it gets deeper, because saying no is not just about protecting your time. It is also about protecting your gift, which leads us into the next principle. Your gift is not for everyone. Your gift is not for everyone. That may sound hard, but it is the truth you must embrace if you want to protect your destiny. Too many people waste their time, their talent, their wisdom on people who do not appreciate it, on people who do not respect it, on people who only want to use it for their convenience. And what happens? You leave drained, frustrated, and unrecognized because you gave your treasure to those who saw it as nothing more than a trinket. Think about it. Even the finest pearls are not displayed in the marketplace for everyone to touch. They are placed in velvet cases, guarded with care because their worth demands protection. And if pearls are protected, how much more should your gift be guarded? Your gift was designed to serve, yes, but not to be abused. It was designed to bless, yes, but not to be wasted. Now listen carefully. When you give your gift to the wrong people, they will mishandle it. They will not honor it. They will not invest in it. They will not celebrate it. Instead, they will try to take it cheaply or even strip it from you. And if you keep pouring into people who cannot value what you carry, you will soon find yourself empty, unable to serve those who truly need you. That is why discernment is so important. You must know who deserves your gift and who does not. You must learn the difference between people who are pulling on you for entertainment and people who are pulling on you for transformation. Because your gift is not for the crowd, it is for your calling. Not everyone will understand it, not everyone will celebrate it, and not everyone will even recognize it. And that's okay, because you were not created for everyone. Hear me, even the greatest teachers, the greatest leaders, the greatest influencers did not waste themselves on those who mocked, ridiculed, or disrespected them. They chose wisely. They invested in the hungry. They poured into the faithful. They served those who were ready to receive. And that is wisdom, giving your gift where it will grow, not where it will die. So ask yourself, who deserves my time? Who deserves my wisdom? Who deserves my presence? Because your gift is too rare to be wasted on people who will not honor it. Protect it. Guard it. Value it. Because when you do, your gift will open the right doors, attract the right people, and bring the right rewards. And this brings us to something even deeper, because once you realize your gift is not for everyone, you begin to see a powerful truth. Respect only follows what is rare. Respect follows what is rare. People do not honor what they see every day. They do not treasure what is always in front of them. They do not respect what they can access anytime. Respect is reserved for what is scarce, what is unique, what is not easily found. And this is why, if you want to be respected, you must discipline yourself to be rare. Think about it. A common stone is stepped on, but a diamond is treasured. Water runs freely in rivers, but bottled in the desert, it becomes priceless. The same principle applies to your life. If you are everywhere with everyone, at all times, people will not respect you. They will overlook you. They will take you lightly. They will treat you as ordinary. But when you discipline your presence, when you guard your energy, when you make yourself scarce, suddenly respect begins to follow you. Respect is not demanded. It is earned by how you position yourself. If you allow yourself to be too available, you lower your own value. If you allow everyone to handle you, you weaken the sense of honor they should carry toward you. Respect grows when your presence is rare, when your words are not cheap, when your time is not scattered, when your gift is not wasted. Now let me ask you, why do people pay thousands to hear some voices, but ignore others who say the same words for free? Why do some get invitations to the highest tables, while others are dismissed? It is not only what they carry, it is how they carry it. They have learned the power of rarity. They have learned that their presence, their wisdom, their time must not be spread thin. Respect increases when rarity increases. Here is the truth. People rarely value what they did not sacrifice for. And if you make yourself too common, there is no sacrifice in accessing you. So there is no respect in being around you. That's why some people's silence carries more weight than others' constant noise. Because rarity amplifies respect. So if you want to be respected, stop trying to be everywhere. Stop giving yourself to everyone. Stop making your presence common. Learn to step back, to be silent, to withhold, to appear only when it matters. Because when you do, people will begin to lean in when you speak. They will begin to honor your time. They will begin to respect your presence. Respect always follows what is rare. So make yourself rare, not by hiding, but by guarding your presence, by being intentional, by carrying yourself with wisdom. And this leads us into the final principle, the foundation that ties all the others together. Because at the end of the day, greatness is found when you choose value over visibility. Choose value over visibility. Because visibility without value is emptiness, and value without visibility will eventually shine. Too many people are obsessed with being seen, being noticed, being recognized. But the question is, what happens when the light shines on you? Do you have something to offer, or are you just a shadow of noise? Visibility may get you applause for a moment, but value will get you respect for a lifetime. You see, being visible can make people look at you, but being valuable will make people search for you. Visibility attracts attention, but value attracts loyalty. Visibility makes people clap, but value makes people depend on you. That is why you cannot waste your life trying to be everywhere, trying to be popular, trying to stay in front of eyes that may never remember you tomorrow. Instead, spend your life building substance, developing your gift, mastering your craft, sharpening your wisdom, Because when you become valuable, visibility will follow you without you even chasing it. Think about it. Gold does not advertise itself, yet people search for it, fight for it, pay for it. Diamonds do not scream for attention, yet they are protected, celebrated, honored. Why? Because they are valuable. If gold had no value, no one would dig for it. If diamonds had no worth, no one would treasure them. The same is true for you. If you want the world to notice you, don't chase the stage, build the substance. Don't run after eyes, run after excellence. Don't seek attention, seek impact. Hear me, visibility can fade, but value remains. Many people were once visible, everyone knew their name, but they disappeared because there was no depth to sustain them. But those who built value, those who invested in wisdom, discipline, character, and excellence, they are remembered long after their visibility has faded. Value sustains what visibility cannot. So ask yourself today, do I want to be seen or do I want to be significant? Do I want likes or do I want legacy? Do I want followers or do I want fruit? Because what you chase will determine what you become. If you chase visibility, you may gain moments. But if you chase value, you will gain generations. And this is the ultimate call. Stop trying to be everywhere. Stop trying to be everything. Stop trying to be noticed. Instead, focus on becoming valuable. Because when you are valuable, people will wait for you, people will honor you, people will make room for you. And no matter where you are, your gift will always make a way. So today, choose value over visibility. Build depth over popularity. Build substance over style. Because the world does not need more noise. It needs more voices of value. It does not need more faces on screens. It needs more people of substance. And when you choose value, your life will no longer chase opportunities. Opportunities will chase you. Your presence will no longer beg for recognition. Recognition will find you. And your destiny will no longer be about being seen, but about being remembered. That is the power of becoming valuable and not just available.